That's correct. No, that's false. I never say that. I say correct.
You don't have to move into the mic. That's the job of the mic.
False.
The mic picks you up so
He's trying to
nicely.
get
Like
the ASMR effect on.
Come over and look at my microphone.
Hey everyone, it is 5 Idiots Talking Toys. Welcome to our Collectors Podcast. You're watching this here on YouTube or maybe listening on your favorite podcast app. Thanks very much for joining us. We appreciate you. Please like and subscribe to this video, this channel. If you're on YouTube, comment. Let us know what you thought about the episode. Give us some questions. We're happy to interact and chat with you there. If you're on your podcast app, please follow us there as well. We appreciate you. We are here on Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can watch the new episodes or at any time you like. We also have our Wednesday Wins and Whiffs of the Week episodes exclusively on YouTube. It's a visual show. Thanks very much for being here. Let's bring the boys in. John's here. Balloon's here. Christopher's here. And Brandon's here. Oh, it's Charles. What's up, fellas?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Shane. Thanks for having us on.
Hey, thanks, Shane.
Sure. Anytime. So I want to just start off. We're going to do a little hodgepodge tonight, but we are definitely going to take a look at the Mandalorian Season 3 trailer, check it out together, give our thoughts, see what we think is going to, come down the pike this season. No pun intended, Pike Syndicate. I have a question from a super fan.
Ooh,
Chris, you know about this. Juan Carlos.
Yes, he's a
Super huge fan of the show.
huge super fan, definitely.
There might be a couple of guys, but he's vying for title of number one super fan. This question is for Shane only. If you could go back in time and were forced to actually work at one factory for 10 hours a day, which would you choose? PBP factory, the Ray's China Bar factory, or the Lily Letty factory? Now, I love the Ray's China Bar factory. That's one of my favorite factories. That's second only to the Rainbow factory in my voting.
What about Sprinkles?
The Sprinkles factory is third, right? That's
Yeah.
a really good one too. But I thought about this. This is an interesting question. I quickly came up with my answer. It would be the PBP or POC factory because I took a bunch of Spanish in high school and college. Can't speak it, but I know a lot of vocabulary, and I would love to be somewhere where I could just be immersed in Spanish and learn another language. And I would be in Spain. How could that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'd be in Europe.
what would you want your job to be? Would you be the whittler? Scraping off the CLOs?
I don't know. I would be painting figures or remember that picture of Charles and he was like in charge at the factory?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
That's a good role. Like he was just whipping all the workers and making them, card the figures faster.
Charles was running the belt.
He was running the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was going to say Lily Letty for the whole Spanish thing as well, but then I realized I could be in Europe instead of North America, so I voted for that. So PBP factory is my answer. But I can't go round robin. None of the rest of you are allowed to answer that question, so we're going to move on. It's
Yes,
just
Shane only.
All right. So guys, let's jump into Mando. We're starting to get hyped for season 3. I feel like it's the one Disney show that all 5 of us are in agreement that we like. Is that accurate?
Correct.
Correct.
Correct, but John does not have Disney, so he is not watching it.
I seem to remember that John did not even like Mando.
No, I like Mando.
Really?
Yeah, I like Mando a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
False.
So
No, that's the only thing that I liked about the Book of Boba Fett too. Was the two
Right.
episodes where he was the main character, and they didn't even focus on.
there was
Boba
like
Fett.
6 episodes of the show.
Is that where you fell
and
off?
2 of them were Mandalorian episodes.
Yeah.
That's where John fell off. I have a feeling that's
Well, I fell off when Fennec Shand showed up and came jumping down those crates at the stockyard,
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, great!"
doing a
Here we
flip.
go.
And
Yeah.
did you actually finish the show? Because I remember you never did back then.
Was that where he was the last episode where he was yee-hawing on the Rancor?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wasted my time with that.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Did-
Book of Boba Fett. I mean,
Garbage.
I like
Absolute
Star
garbage.
Wars content,
Trash.
and I
Garbage.
really like the finale. Like it finally got decent for me in the finale. But you guys all hated it. Is that accurate?
I think there was. I want to say there's 7 episodes, maybe not 6.
Okay.
But I loved the one with Luke and Ahsoka and training with Baby Yoda. I loved that episode. But every other episode for me was absolute garbage.
Yeah, and
Garbage.
that never made sense to me that they had the. I mean, this was in the Book of Boba Fett, right? Where he's training Yoda, and he gives him the gift that Din Djarin gives
Yes.
him of
Yeah.
the chainmail and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Never made sense to me why that was in the Book of Boba Fett. I still don't know why that was in there.
Because the show itself was so terrible that they needed to change the episodes out.
I don't think they knew it was going to be terrible or that it was terrible when they were making it. So it's kind of a
I think
mystery.
they always had a plan to interweave the Boba Fett book into Mandalorian.
But why wasn't it more? Why wasn't it woven in better? Like, why was it literally like Boba? Okay, stop now. This
Yep.
is the Mando show, and next week everybody's going to be expecting Boba back. Nope, another Mando episode, and then slap you in the face with Boba. It was weird.
Yeah, it was not very intricately woven.
It was
When you
weird.
go back and you actually rewatch the Boba show, it's not as bad as the first time. Well, for me, I watched it one time and it was terrible. I rewatched it a second time and it was a little bit better.
I find, and tell me what if you thought this as well. I find that with any show, if you can watch it at your own pace, it helps a lot than if you're waiting a whole week for the next episode. Because if you didn't like an episode and now you got to wait a week, you're just pissed off even more. But I've gone back and watched some shows, or I've watched shows that my friends have watched in real time, and I've watched them binging, and I have a different opinion because it's nice to go from one not so great episode right to another one.
Well, I have seen the Book of Boba from beginning to end about 10 times because Grayson loves it. So I thought it was garbage the first time. I thought it was garbage the second time. I thought it was garbage the third time. And let's just say the 10th time, I still thought it was garbage. I would much rather watch the Real Housewives of Las Vegas or
Did
whichever,
your son like it?
wherever the hell they're at.
Did Grayson like it?
Grayson loves it.
That's all that matters. It's all that matters.
Of course.
Solid.
It's not for you, Chris.
Yeah, it's garbage.
So I think they could have gone a different way. They could have definitely done something different.
So
Whatever.
the show is not for you, but it's for kids. So if your son
Well-
likes it, then it worked because Star Wars episode 1, 2, and 3, most of us do not like it. My son, that's his 3 favorite episodes. It's a lot of people's 3 favorite
Yes,
episodes.
but you brought
Loves the
back
clones,
Boba Fett.
loves all of them.
You brought back Boba Fett 40 years later from death. And no offense, that's no matter how they steer it, it's also towards our generation who watch the originals. And to just say, well, as long as the kids like it, that's not really fair to say that.
That's who they want to get, though. You already like it. They don't need to change you. They need to get new younger kids into it.
Yeah, I get all that, but I can also say it sucks.
Well, of course.
Yeah. It's a free country.
I
Is
wonder
it?
what
Is it?
Right, Brennan?
I wonder if you put like the Disney.
Freedom cost $1.05. Is that what it is?
I wonder if you put it to the Disney executives or the Lucasfilm executives, and they could tell you the truth, who their bigger target audience is. Guys in their 40s and 50s or kids. It's definitely a split, but I wonder what the split is. Is it
it's new generation? Well, the reason why they brought the new movies with what's her name, Daisy Ridley, and that whole group, they're trying to end the Skywalker generation, trying to start off with something new, and they're trying to intertwine everything. Different people with different backgrounds and different, where they're from in the world. You get all sorts of people. And now the main character is a female, and they're just trying to involve everybody, which is fine. And Boba Fett is not going to appeal to everybody because people don't like how the people, I should say, the ones who grew up with the original trilogy are not some people love it, but obviously the five of us don't. So it's just not meant for everybody, and they're going to write what they want to write because ultimately they want to make money and they want to keep the brand going. So they don't care what any of the five idiots think.
Well, they make their money off of us, though. I get that they're trying to appeal to kids. Definitely, that's a big part of it. But they're making their money off of us because they're appealing to our nostalgia, and now we have the kids. So,
and we're not only are we paying for our nostalgia,
right?
We're also paying for our kids' toys.
For our kids, yes,
100%. If it wasn't for us, I don't even know, how Star Wars would do in comparison to the other newer modern franchises that are out that appeal to kids right now. My kids would sit and watch that Ryan kid on YouTube 24 hours a day if we let them.
If it
wasn't how is that more popular than a story driven sci-fi, awesome graphics?
It was George Lucas. George Lucas re-released the original trilogy in the 90s, and that's what sparked the flame for everybody to get back into Star Wars. Mm-hmm. Chris said it on our Wins and Wisps episode. The first time he saw Star Wars in the movie theater was in the 90s.
Yeah.
During the special editions, and that is what started him collecting this crap. And the same thing for me. I mean, I used to watch on VHS the original trilogy before the new trilogy, before the special edition ever came out. Mm-hmm. But it was a special edition that really, I think, lit a fire under everybody's butt and got everybody back on the Star Wars train, because that brand was close to being dead.
And that's there's an interesting distinction even amongst the five of us for that, because you guys are I think just a couple years younger than me. Just that couple years made a difference, because when they came back out, what year was it? Was it 98 or 97?
97 was the 20-year anniversary, which is why they released it.
Right. Okay. So 97, spring of 97, I'm finishing my freshman year in college. Now, I went to see them in the theaters, don't get me wrong. But you guys are a couple years younger. You might have been in high school. And then there's people that are a couple years younger than you. They were, 13, 14, 15. They were still in a good impressionable age to see those movies for the first time. Some of them, to me, it was, seeing movies that I watched a zillion times on VHS as a kid. So it's interesting. It's interesting how they pulled in slightly different age groups in. All right, guys. So Boba not a win. Obi-Wan, we don't have to go into the whole Obi-Wan. I liked Obi-Wan. Not all you guys liked Obi-Wan.
You guys saw that Ewan McGregor made a comment this past week about season 2. So
really?
Yes. So I saw a couple of preview pictures of a season 2. It's not been confirmed, but he did say how he wants to do it again and how he's been talking to them about doing another one. So I would say chances are there's definitely going to be another one.
I would be up for that 100%, because I know it started off slow, but that's another one. If you're somebody out there who hasn't watched Obi-Wan yet, for whatever reason, if you now watch those 6 episodes in a weekend or over 3 or 4 days, I bet you it's a totally different experience than the 5 of us who are waiting every week for another episode.
So in this episode, is he going to be 40 years older and a little gray hair? Because I kind of wonder how he went from how old was Luke in this episode? 6? right?
No, he was like
how old was Leia? 8?
8, I think.
Yeah, it was 8.
8 or 9,
10,
and then
maybe
he's
10.
18 or 19 in A New Hope. So in 10 years, Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor goes from having really nice hair to almost near white and balding hair as Alec Guinness. I don't know.
Well,
They got a lot,
he was
lot of
already
gaps
not
to
that far off the age of Alec Guinness when he shot this. So
If Boba Fett was considered garbage with 10 E's at the end of garbage, Obi-Wan is about 5 E's. It's garbage.
Well, a good
again,
barometer for
terrible.
how the rest of the world liked or was, Obi-Wan appealed to them is all of the Obi-Wan figures that were released are still hanging on the shelves.
yeah.
Correct.
The toys don't sell well for kids. I mean, I don't have any stats to back that up, but I just don't think the toys that, for actual kids to open and play with do not sell well.
My neighbor, I went to their house for New Year's, and on their shelf, I gave my neighbor a Luke Bespin and a bottle of whiskey for helping me out with something or whatever, and a vintage Luke Bespin. And on the shelf, they had the new Darth Vader from the Obi-Wan vintage collection, or it might have been the retro one. I can't remember, but they had it on their shelf next to the Luke Bespin. So the adults are collecting those.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Correct.
Garbage.
I'm totally up for season 2 if that happens.
Okay, so
those fight scenes were as good as anything I've seen in Star Wars.
so the reason why we're all here,
Obi-Wan's fight scenes, loved them.
reason why we're all here, season 3 of Mando, right?
Mando.
I love when Brandon just out of nowhere. All right, so we're here for.
All right, that's enough.
And you think
I mean-
that I rush all the bickering. Now who rushes the bickering?
Oh, Charles wants to rush through some of this
You
crap.
can
so
rush
much
the
tonight,
bickering.
but he's being patient.
You want to rush
for
it? I'll give you. You can rush it tonight. Okay.
Me? Okay.
Correct.
Let's move on to Mando Season 3 trailer.
There we go.
I think we can all agree that we're all looking forward to this, and that we're all huge Mando fans. We all love season 1 and 2.
Let's watch it. This will be my second time seeing it.
All right,
And okay,
here we go, boys.
we're gonna
Mando
talk over it,
season
and we're
3.
just gonna watch it and then talk about it.
How about you just shut your mouth and then we can
Oh my god!
watch it.
How dare you? How dare you talk to Lord Walden like that?
Let's watch it once and then watch it again, and we can talk over it.
Okay.
Brandon is really on whiskey fire tonight.
It's the Alamo Waterfall.
It was all those beers during those football games today.
He's not sleepy though. He's wired. He did something. Here we go.
Our people are scattered, like stars in the galaxy. What are we? What do we stand for? Being a Mandalorian is not just learning about how to fight. You also have to know how to navigate the galaxy. That way, you'll never be lost. I'm going to Mandalore so that I may be forgiven for my transgressions.
May the Force be with you!
This is the way.
There's something dangerous happening out there. And by the time it becomes big enough for you to act, it'll be too late.
Hang on, kid. This is the way.
Yeah.
So good.
There we go.
Are we allowed to speak now, Brandon, or should we wait?
It's up to you. I give you the con. You got it now.
Oh, okay. So it looks
Quick
awesome.
reactions.
Looks awesome. All the Mandalorians all look awesome. I am 100% watching it, and I don't want to make a guarantee, but I think it's going to be really good.
Are you not going to comment about the one thing in this little preview that should set your heart on fire?
I saw it, and I didn't want to release it, but that is a red bar R5.
The first time I saw it, I was like, I knew it. I knew it.
What's interesting there, and maybe I'm misremembering, but they modified that starfighter to put that bubble on the droid compartment to put Grogu in. So now, which they show when he's going at light speed or whatever, and then later on in the trailer they show R5 in that slot. So they must have modified it again. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, just like Boba and just like Obi-Wan, I saw the trailers and I loved both of them. And I thought they were both going to be amazing. And I think you guys know how I feel about that. This trailer looks great. I'm going in with positive thinking. I just hope it's good.
Yeah.
I think, judging from this trailer and thinking about it while I was watching it, I think the best thing about Mandalorian, the whole series, is
they can't screw up any original characters.
Yes, exactly. They have original characters for this show, and then the only characters from canon up until this point are just like guest stars on the show.
Yeah, like background
and
characters.
I think what they've done was they've taken everybody's expectations of what they wanted Boba Fett to look like on his own series, and they've destroyed it. And the same thing with Obi-Wan Kenobi, they've destroyed it. I mean, I think that's why Rogue One was so popular, because it introduces new characters in the cinematic canon, at least. And then, like all the other characters that we all know and love are just supporting characters. And I think that's what makes Mandalorian so successful.
Yeah, that's
100%.
a good point, and you bring up a good question. And I don't know if you guys would be able to remember back, but I'm rewatching Mandalorian with my kids at a very slow pace. But one of the recent episodes we watched, I think I mentioned this recently, was the introduction of Boba Fett episode. So I don't know if you can remember that, in a silo by itself. Mm-hmm. But what did you think about his, guest star appearance on Mandalorian? My recollection is, and I watched it recently, he gives off a very different vibe than he did as a whole series.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
100%. 100%.
And I think that's what everybody was expecting.
It was a teaser. They teased us.
Awesome. Yeah.
He was mysterious. He was, gritty and harsh, and the way he spoke, and he was, seemed pretty, grimy still.
Well, the guy who plays Boba Fett, I forgot his name.
Tamora Morrison.
Tamora Morrison. He has came out publicly and he has said it multiple times that he does want season 2, but he just really hopes they bring it back to the original character, the original way that Boba was meant to be. He wants to see a more like, whatever word he used, like a more harsher version. Like, so it kind of like tends you to believe that maybe he wasn't fully happy with the way it was portrayed either.
I don't think so either. And if you go back to Empire Strikes Back, I mean, he said all of, 5 words.
3 lines.
And now he's running a town and and
he's like, especially like with the Power Rangers. Hey, come on, let's give him a chance.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it doesn't sound like a bounty hunter that is soft-spoken and is just there to get the job done. But going back to Mando, I think he sets the stage right there when he walks out, and all the other Mandalorians are there, and he's trying to take over Mandalore again. And I think obviously with the Darksaber and what he's got to do now, since he's got a hold of that. But I really liked the all droid bar. Anybody catch that?
I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty neat. There's Was there TIE fighters in there? There was TIE fighters in there, right? Yeah. Original TIE fighters. Those are pretty cool, you know. And
did I
and
spy a
seeing-
Darth Vader TIE fighter in there?
I don't know. We can rewatch it again.
Yeah, we're gonna
Ooh.
watch it again. Did
Is
you?
Cara Dune, do you think Cara Dune makes a reappearance?
I don't know why they don't just bring her back. I know what it transpired, you know, but she to my surprise, she really is an enormous fan favorite. I liked her, but it seemed like it got the fan, you know, chatter on her. The love for her got so loud after the incident with Disney and Twitter and all that stuff. I didn't realize how much fans loved her, and
She's
so I don't know why
still-
they wouldn't work it out.
She's still involved in all the cons. She's still signing autographs. She still signs Cara Dune stuff.
She was a great character. She actually was. She was a fantastic character.
And to go along with that sentiment, Grief Karga, Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a character that's ever resonated with me. He was the villain to start with. You know, he ran the guild to start with. Then he very quickly became a villain in the show, and then he, you know, sort of redeemed himself and stood up for the man. But they didn't do it in a way that made you like him at all. So he's not a character that resonates with me at all, and he's a fairly major character. There's not that many characters on the show. And she was a fan favorite, is what I'm saying. So why not work it out and get her back? She was much more popular than anybody else they got on the show.
Because then Disney's going to have to admit that they were wrong by getting rid of her, and they're not going to do that.
Here's a question: are we going to see Boba Fett this season?
I would think we have to.
I would think 100% we have to.
Same thing.
Yeah.
And for two reasons. One, because they need to keep this story woven in. And number two, I think they need to do whatever they can do to get the fans back on Boba's side, like by having small appearances in Mando and have it be cool and good.
What about like Luke? Do you think we're going to see Luke again?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know why I would say yes if you know that there's a good chance? Because they had Luke in the ending of the first season on the starship, and then when they had him again on the planet training, they had hired that guy that did the fakes.
Yeah.
They hired him away. They hired him to Lucasfilm. So that was the big deal, is that the appearance of Luke was so much better, so much more well done the second time, that now they have this guy on staff. Why not? Why not do more facial stuff?
Well,
So that's why I would say yes.
I've heard, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I've actually heard from the very top that Prune Face is making an appearance.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, Prune Face.
From the top?
Yep, from the very, very top.
Yeah, from the top.
Is my microphone working? Because I think I've been having issues with it.
Now it is.
Now it is. Yep.
Yes.
I think
Okay,
your
I'm sorry.
microphone was off earlier on, and it was the
Yeah.
computer audio.
My question is now. Remind me what happened to Moff Gideon. Did Hector Salamanca blow him up?
That was the best Breaking Bad episode
Yeah,
I've
that
ever
was.
seen. That is my
So good.
favorite episode. It's amazing.
That's
Where-
a great show, too. God.
Yeah. Stay tuned for a review of Breaking Bad.
You should do a
Breaking
Better
Bad.
Call Saul review.
10 years
Yeah,
after the
that's
fact.
so great too. Where is Moff Gideon? That's a good question, though. Remind us. Where did he leave off?
He left off.
Handed, right?
He was on the ship.
Yeah,
with
and he
the-
lost.
with the Darksaber, and he, didn't get it, and then I think he was. I don't.
They took him in. He's, whatever.
Yeah, they spared his life, and then it just ended, I think.
Okay, so he might he's still on the table.
We got the rise of the Empire in this episode, in this season, so that'll be fun to see. The fact that it never ended, so that'll be neat for the tie-ins, neat for the nostalgia. I think that's what draws everybody in too. They kept original stormtroopers and some original characters together, and I think it's going well. That's another reason why that show's going pretty good.
So did I spy a new Jedi temple, or was that just happen to be a group of Jedis?
I
Ready?
think they might be reminiscing
Yeah,
of
the old
when
one.
Or they
Grogu got
flashbacks,
saved. Flashback of when Grogu got saved. I guess maybe we'll see.
Because if there's still some Jedi sprinkled around, and all of a sudden they start pulling them together, that'd be pretty awesome.
People are saying that is when they show what's her name from Obi-Wan,
Princess Leia.
The sixth sister,
the sister,
the fifth sister, or sixth,
the
third
Second
sister,
second sister.
second
the
sister.
one that gets
No,
fourth-
second sister is a figure.
14th sister.
14. Second sister
No one even knows.
was from
no
a
one-
video game.
No one paid attention to the episode.
whatever her name was.
Sister
Whatever her
brother.
name was.
The fifth-
They show
I know
that-
it was the
they said
fifth
that
brother.
they show her like grabbing
Sister brother.
Grogu and taking off with him or something.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
All right. Well, let's.
Spoiler.
Over here, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying
Spoiler.
Are we going to see a hollow cheek Tuscan Raider?
attention. Ooh, probably.
Ooh, with dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks.
All right. Let's slap this thing back up.
Hollow-eyes
and-
IG-12, I guess, because 11's gone.
Yeah. I love
Yeah,
this.
yeah, Shane, just slap it. Slap it up.
Slap it up.
Are we allowed to
People
talk
are
now, Brandon?
scattered
Yeah, we can talk.
like
Brandon.
stars in
Correct.
the galaxy.
Hey, can we lose the
What are we?
bottom?
What do we stand for?
I'm gonna turn this down because I feel like we can't talk over it otherwise. But I love multiple colored
Being a
Mandalorians.
Just learning about how to fight.
Yeah, my son loves the orange one.
Yeah,
You also have
I love
to
that ship.
navigate the galaxy.
it is
Really?
so cool.
I
So
don't like the
much
ship.
better than
Way.
episode
like the ship.
Never be
1.
lost.
You don't?
Nah.
That kind of looked like C-3PO over there, too.
There's a goal.
So what is Salacious Crumb? Is a Kowakian monkey or Kowakian lizard or something? What is he?
Yeah.
A
Like a
monkey.
tree
He's a monkey
form.
lizard.
There's plenty of them.
Only
Yeah.
Brandon would know.
He grabs the poison prune from Indiana Jones and gives it to the guy. There he is.
Oh, I saw one preview where there was like a tree for it.
That way, you'll never be lost.
Oh, there's the. I always forget the name, but do you remember the white C-3PO from the opening
Yeah,
of?
that's
New
what I was
Hope?
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has a
K3PO.
name, but I forget. I always forget what it is.
Isn't it K3PO?
Maybe
Something like that.
He's really cool. Cool looking with the white. Like
Yeah,
white
he didn't
matte
make the
finish.
cut in the original film.
He's not walking down the hallway in the opening
Oh, wait,
scene.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Is he the one that gets shot in Hoth or no? Oh, I see an R5.
Mm-hmm.
Go back a couple frames. What is that hanging? What is that
Nope,
behind?
okay.
Oh yeah. I saw it.
And there's
There it
C-3PO
is.
there.
Yep,
There he is. There's R5.
Oh my- there's the red bar. I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Got the
Right behind
red
it.
bar.
EV99.
Next, yeah, it was an EV99 leg.
No, right there.
Oh yeah.
No,
Right hand
there.
side. Right hand side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
She's making baskets, it looks like.
She's actually
basket weaving.
she's reattaching her arm because her figure sucks and the arm always falls out.
She's weaving herself a new arm.
There, what is that?
Cargo.
Yeah.
I love the handshake. The
Behind
Viking
you,
handshake.
cargo. Isn't that the Rocky handshake?
Stallone and
Stallone and Carl Weathers.
The Viking handshake. If you watch Vikings, they shake hands like that.
Yeah, but
They had Vikings on Tatooine.
No, Vikings on Netflix.
the best is from Predator though. The Carl Weathers and
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger handshake.
yes, yeah.
You son of a bitch.
You've been
They do
pushing.
they do
You've been
like
pushing too many pencils.
They do the arm wrestling handshake.
Yep.
It's the best.
Go back a couple frames.
Brandon loves going back.
She
Jesus,
loves it.
Brandon.
To the Carl
So-
Weathers scene.
Oh, I was gonna say we have the armorer back, which I like. She's cool. I like her.
I could care less about her.
I don't like the armor.
Man, I could care less.
No,
When
she's
does he lose
she
his
has
arm
good
to the
wisdom
alligator?
for-
When's he
Right
loses his arm
there.
to the alligator?
What is that? What is that on top of the stormtrooper helmet?
EV99's leg.
It does look like it. And is that
Or
a gonk
IG?
droid in the background?
It's a gonk. Good
Gonk,
catch.
yep.
It looks like an IG
That's
statue.
That's actually a short V if you look really closely.
Oh, it's so short.
Is that an IG-11 statue there on top of the stormtrooper?
It could be a statue, like him standing on top of the stormtrooper pilot.
You want us to go back a few more frames, Brandon?
Oh, there's C-3PO.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I see David Shawn.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Apologies.
Wow, it's funny going through this frame by frame. You do see a lot more. All right.
I see a flux capacitor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to Mandalore
All right.
so that I may be forgiven for my.
So what do we got here? Like what was that? A giant pterodome or what?
Maybe that's Mandalore.
This looks like from the movie Alien,
Good, right?
Alien Covenant.
Yeah.
It does, where they release all the black stuff everywhere.
Absolutely.
Stock footage from Alien.
It looks like a football stadium. The University of Georgia, it looks like. The stadium.
After they won the second time, they just burned it to the ground.
They would never
Celebration.
burn the hedges. Never burn the hedges. Hey, is this the season where Chubbs loses his arm?
The Mandalore alligator comes out. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, there he
That
is.
red bar. It's
there he
so
is.
red. It's so red.
Nope, don't see it.
That bar is so red.
I love the blue flames on
This is
that
the way.
ship too.
Why the power?
There's something
March
dangerous
1st.
happening out there.
Okay, pause right there. Who's that dude?
No,
He
what?
is.
Pershing.
That's the guy who was like testing Grogu in the
Dr.
beginning first
Pershing.
few ep-
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Brandon knows everything and everyone.
And he has his autograph too.
Yep.
I do. I actually do.
Oh, wow.
Really?
He has an autographed stethoscope from that guy.
Who's
God.
who's in the seat next to him? Was that just a random droid?
You know who? Okay, so let me say this. Do
I know
you
you-
remember the original paintings from?
Yeah, that's
what's his name?
C-3PO from
That's
Ralph McQuarrie.
C-3PO. Yeah, that's Ralph
Oh, okay.
McQuarrie C-3PO.
No, that's the robot from the Will Smith movie that the robots turned on the human.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, iRobot.
iRobot.
You better be paying
Yeah.
attention instead of looking around. Man.
Isn't that the thing? That's the thing that cleans up all the crap in my house. The iRobot.
No, I'm guaranteeing you though. That's the Ralph McQuarrie C-3PO. That's what
Johnny
they based that
Five?
on.
It looks
Is that
just
Johnny
like
Five?
Johnny Five. Short circuit.
Or it could be the robot from Rocky 3.
Hey, so
That
go
looks
back.
like
Isn't that
So that's the TIE fighter pilot.
Yeah. that's-
X-wing pilot?
He's basic. I'm sorry.
X-wing pilot.
No.
Sorry. The X-wing
no,
pilot.
no,
He's
no.
basically the police
no.
officer.
That's Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid.
Yeah, he was the one that I don't. Was he the same one that was when they were in the cave with the spiders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was
so.
later on. He saw him again.
Yeah. He has a
Yeah.
sick beard. That beard
He
is sick.
needs an action figure.
Well, he's got the patch on the side there
Yeah.
He needs an
on
action
his shoulder, left shoulder.
It's big enough for you to act. It'll be
What is that?
too late.
There we go. So is that like a Jedi Temple insignia on the door?
Yeah,
there?
I think that's when Anakin came in to slaughter
Yeah.
all the.
yeah, it's probably
Okay.
a flashback.
Yeah.
it's a flashback, most likely.
Okay.
So you've got
Oh.
Darth Vader coming.
Oh,
wait, no,
tie-
So those are interceptors.
interceptors.
Those are
Those are
interceptors.
interceptors. Yep.
Love it. Look at that.
Hang on, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Those interceptors are crazy.
Wait, go back. That is not a Naboo starfighter.
Those are the clone droids, whatever the hell they're called.
That does not look like a Naboo. Maybe it is. I don't know, but it didn't look like one.
Right there.
That is not a Naboo starfighter.
You heard it here first, folks. Brandon
What
with
is
Brandon, after 7
Who that?
glasses of whiskey, says it is
Who
not
that?
a Naboo
What is that?
starfighter.
Right.
That is not a Naboo
Oh.
starfighter. What is that?
Brandon, you're gonna have to watch the show and find out.
Wow, look at Brandon. He's right.
It's a Rabu Star Slider.
It's the same thing.
That is not a Naboo starfighter. It's got pointy wings going forward.
Like a Sith infiltrator or whatever. I don't know.
Oh Jesus.
Well, you know what? You know what that is? That's the TIE fighter. My son has this TIE fighter. I forget the name of it. It's got like an elongated, like pill-shaped body, and then it's got wings that fold down like this, and then you
Like
can
a
pop them
U?
up like this.
A U or a V wing or something?
No, it's not a U-wing. That's a rebel ship from Rogue One. But it's I'll have to look up the name. It's a TIE ship. But how the hell did he get that?
You sure? I mean, what is the...
Go
I
back
don't
to the
know.
beginning of the dogfight.
I mean, that's what it looked like in that shot. I'm not saying it definitely is, but
I don't know. And that I know what you're talking about, and that has like the normal...
yeah, you're right.
The normal TIE fighter cockpit in the front, and that
Yeah,
does not
you're right.
look like a
That's-
normal TIE fighter cockpit.
You're right. That's got a cockpit on the top there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that is, but it had a similar shape to what I was just describing.
You have to watch the episode. He probably steals it for some reason.
Yeah.
You're ruining the show, Brandon.
We're making a huge deal over a ship he's
Correct.
flying. Like, who cares? Let's keep going.
Cares?
But a stupid ship. What does it matter?
You heard it first here, everybody.
Look, he has less hair on his head. I think he got a haircut, Brandon, right?
See, Chris doesn't care about the ships. He doesn't collect any ships. He doesn't like the ships. He only
I
wants
have all the
acrylic-
vehicles loose graded, Shane.
Oh, you do. All right. Well, then you should care.
Not about this one.
Oh, there was a shot of it. Can we get one more shot?
Look at that.
Trying to go frame by frame here.
There's the hair, Charles. Okay.
All right, there it is. So the wings are pretty flat, pretty even.
So I think 2 people actually care about this, and that's just you 2.
And we're both on the show.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Oh, wow, what is that?
That is cool looking, though.
Oh, go back.
There we go.
Brandon loves going back.
He loves
R2D2.
going back.
There's
Oh, look at the battle
R2D2.
droid.
Yeah, battle droids,
that?
R2D2.
Don't know who that is.
It looks like a cross between EV-99 and 21B
And RoboCop.
and RoboCop.
If 21B comes on this show, Todd B is going to get the tightest pants you have ever seen in the history of pants.
It's going to be like he's a 40-year-old man wearing 6-year-old boy slacks. If 21B is on the show. He's going to be shopping at Kids R Us. That's what it's going to be like. All right, so we have the all droid bar.
Okay.
What do we see here? Is R2 or
That looks like
battle
R2.
droid.
In the very back there.
Oh, the battle droids.
Yeah, why are battle droids there?
Wait, what happened? In the very back there. Isn't that the droid that was in the
Yep.
the
Sandcrawler?
Sandcrawler that scared the crap out of C-3PO?
Correct.
Oh, like the black, like he's black, like very dark.
No, the white guy with like he has got like the weird face. So like,
Oh,
the crazy looking face. That's the droid in the back.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
yeah, I'm for that.
Yeah.
Oh, so we got is that the heavy Mando? Heavy.
Yeah, if you actually slow the shot down, you'll see a piece of dirt in the background fly up in the air. That was so cool.
Chris hates going back. And
I think that's
loves
John
going back.
Favreau.
Brandon
Yeah, that's
wants to
what I was
watch
thinking.
this all backwards.
That's the John Favreau exclusive figure.
I see scaffolding in the background, so they're doing some
Oh,
kind
go
of
back
construction.
one.
Brandon.
Who's that on the left? Doesn't that look like what's her name
Okay.
from Rebels?
It looks like
Chan?
Sabine Wren.
Yeah.
It does. Her helmet is very, very similar. The white on the bottom.
Who's to be?
Sabine
Right.
Wren from Rebels.
I just learned about her from Legos.
Yeah, she's a huge fan favorite. Huge.
Sabine.
She likes going forward, not backwards.
She does graffiti. She has graffiti on her armor and stuff.
And that's the guy from Hellraiser. He's in the show too.
Right. Babu
yeah.
Frick.
Babu Fricks.
Babu Fricks. He was one of the the best like short appearance character in one of the new movies.
What are those gremlins?
Yeah, he's the one who like got the oh god, what did I just do? He's the one who got the location out of C3PO and erased his memory. All right, we're gonna go right from here. There we go. What the shiz was that?
That's Wampa in a spacesuit.
Yep.
Come on, give me the shot.
Wait, first of all, is that Mando but standing between them? Behind the big guy? Can
I
you
don't know.
wish
Is
we
that
could take
him
it
down
back
there?
frame by frame.
I know, I'm trying. The scrub
Right
is
there.
a little. I don't know.
Is that Mando standing right there?
Could be.
No, it's an Imperial dignitary.
It's
I think it's Mando.
like Bigfoot.
It actually looks like Muftak from the Cantina Ball.
Oh,
It does, right? With the 4 eyes.
Yeah.
Correct. What's he holding? A pencil?
This is the way.
Yeah, he's gonna write down a shopping list. See,
Come on, baby, do the hand thing.
there. Can we get any look at him? I don't know. He's not furry. It's like a He-Man villain.
All
I
right.
don't know. I'm pretty pumped.
I'm pumped.
I'm pumped.
Last time Chris was pumped was Boba Fett. Just saying.
Nope. False. Hold on.
He was pumped for Obi-Wan too.
He was pumped
He
for
was
Andor.
pumped for Obi-Wan, but it's not the last time. He was so pumped for Andor.
I was.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like,
He
I've got
guaranteed
Andor.
that
Yeah,
was
he-
going to be amazing series.
He did.
And,
guarantee.
and my opinion on Andor was the first 5 episodes was like going to a dentist. It was so boring and awful to sit through. And then the last 5 episodes I actually thought were great. Like the jail scene, the prison scene, breaking out. I loved all of that. So
I
it
still
was
finish it.
it was like the best of both. Like boring, but then it got very good for me.
I had I had long periods where I was like, this is so slow, and I would like watch it because it comes out like overnight for us.
Yeah.
So I'd watch it for like while I was eating some breakfast the next morning. So I'd only watch like
At
15
like
minutes
1
of it.
p.m.
Correct. Yeah.
I'd watch like 15 minutes of it at like 8:15 in the morning, and then pause it, and then I wasn't even like encouraged to keep going. I was like, all right, I'm done with breakfast, turn it off. It
Well-
wasn't interesting in big chunks, but
I watched it at midnight when it would come out, and I couldn't make it through.
yeah, you guys just would fall asleep. Like
Yeah.
Charles, you too. You said you were falling asleep during every episode.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was taking
Put
me
it on now to sleep.
It was taking me like 5 sittings to watch each episode in the beginning. But
Nice.
then towards the end, I was like, all right, I could put it on once and sit through it one time, and I was able to watch it.
I used to turn off the golf channel to go to sleep to. Now I just put on Andor.
So some people have a white noise machine. Brandon just has Disney Plus, and he puts Andor on. I will be interested. It felt like a saga to get through. So I'm not itching to watch it again anytime soon. But before the next season comes out, it'll be interesting to
Yeah.
watch it, like binge watch it fast in a row, rather than wait. A whole week between some of those early episodes was brutal. It was so slow moving. All right, guys. So Mando season 3, we're all on board.
Well, you think this is going to increase in price again?
Well,
No?
we only saw little bits of the ship in the last season. We're going to see
Missed
it. It's
the
going to be
boat.
like the Star.
Oh no, there's
It's
a new
not-
ship. There's a new ship.
It's not yellow anymore anyway.
I know, but people were buying these up last time during season 2. Do you think people are going to be buying these up for season 3?
Nope.
I mean, the price skyrocketed from 50 cents all the way to like $150 for one in a box.
You missed a boat on that. Chris missed a boat on all of his prune face figures.
yeah,
We're just,
I know.
we're just making a list of all the boats we're missing.
Remember when John missed the boat for the B-wing pilot when it was huge that one day?
Huge.
The number 4 face.
Yes.
Oh, 4. Oh, I thought it was 7.
If
I
someone-
always get them confused.
if someone like releases that there's 16 faces and it actually has a little, fire to it, and everyone starts collecting the faces, John's gonna be rich.
Yeah. If John would if he would like do the work and line up all 16 of those and like take really high resolution photos.
I've never seen it. Yeah, I've never seen it.
And if he made a poster, the 4 rows of 4, the 16 faces, he would sell so many of those.
John, can you find the O face for me and show me which one it is before you release it so I can collect all the O faces?
Everyone would start collecting it if someone had a photo of it. Like, what do they look like? Are they really 16 and what they look like? John would be filthy rich. There would be
if he just made it up. Even if he made it up in like half.
Would John
he made it up and half of them were the same, it would still be great.
Would John be rich or would John be filthy rich?
He would need a vault for his money.
It would actually almost be better if he did all the work and did the photo shoot and everything, and literally there was like 4 different faces and there was just so many repeats, but he numbered them all. It would be fantastic. I would frame that and put it in my office immediately. Oh, we got to do that someday. All right, guys. So what else? What else? Any other thoughts about the Mando show? Or we're just excited. We're looking forward. It's getting close. We're getting close to March here.
Yep, a few more weeks.
Can't wait.
Has anybody seen any? Has there been a release schedule yet, or are they going to give us more than one episode to start, or no?
I would think not, because they know that this show's going to be actually good.
Yeah, and everybody knows it already. All right. So that's it, folks. We're looking forward to Mando. Let us know in the comments what Disney shows have you liked, Star Wars shows. What have you not liked? Rank them for us. Give us your comment and rank the shows in the order that you like them, that you prefer them. I gotta believe Mando's going to win out, and it was the first one. We're already on to season 3. It's got a lot of great appearances and references.
And if you want to see Brandon do the trailer again, he'll play it in reverse and go.
If anybody wants to, talk about the trailer with me, I'm happy to do that.
Mm-hmm. What was that record? Was it Helter Skelter that you played backwards and then the devil would take over your body or something? What was the? John, do you remember that? The Beatles? Wasn't there like a record that you play backwards and it was supposed to be like
Revolution
some satanic?
9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe Brandon's going to do something like that. He's going to watch the trailer backwards, and it's going to be a whole new experience.
Like, I'll listen to Rob Zombie or something.
Let us know, Brandon.
I would watch it if he reduces his microphone by about 1/10 of the volume that it is right now.
False. False. False.
He's got the gain turned up to like 96.2%.
It's so loud.
Correct.
I love how the only words we have on standby are false, correct, and garbage. That's it.
All right, guys. So another fun episode. We got to chat about a show that we love. It's coming out. So stay tuned to the channel. We may have some more Mandalorian coverage as the season premieres and as the episodes come out. We are, so far to this date, way too lazy and a bunch of underachievers to keep up with reviewing every episode that comes out.
Correct.
It's hard. It's hard to do that because we're enjoying the show. We're recording other content for the channel, and we'll talk about the show, but it's hard to do an episode on it every single episode, week that it comes out. But stay tuned for a lot more content about Star Wars, about your favorite toy lines, and about the new content in the Star Wars world that comes out. And of course, we're always talking about collecting vintage and modern toys. Thanks very much for joining us, as always, here on YouTube or your favorite podcast app. Go to 5idiotstalkingtoys.com for all of our links, our merch shop. Grab a hat, a t-shirt, and we will see you next time here on 5 Idiots Talking Toys. Bye.
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 Bye, Charles.
Johnny 5.
Charles doesn't say bye.
I do. Bye, John.
Thanks, Brandon.
Charles, can you say it again? Because Brandon threw up in his mouth a little bit over that.
Have a good night, John.
I thought we were done.
Thanks, Charles.
Bye.
Aren't we done? Bye. Bye.